In this tutorial, we will demonstrate the Dynamic Task Map, or DTM, an alternative interface for finding ERP transactions. Right now, you can see the DTM displayed in the browser interface. The Dynamic Task Map displays ERP transactions as nodes in the graph. When the interface is just opened and no transaction is selected, you can see the task nodes in blue and they are unconnected. But once you select the transaction by, for example, clicking on it, the graph connects the selected transaction, now shown in yellow, create quotation here, with those that typically follow the yellow one. And those are linked to the yellow transaction. The linking is based on the actual way that people in an organization use the ERP system. It is computed based on SAP's internal logs. The idea behind DTM is that when performing a certain task, say the selected one, create quotation, the user will be able to quickly locate any of the tasks that typically co-occur or follow their current one, and will be able to open the related transaction by simply clicking on it. For example, if I want to follow from create a quotation to create purchase order, I will be able to simply click on it and be moved to that selected transaction. In the exercise that will follow this tutorial, we will ask you to find and click on specified transactions and then find the related transaction among the connected ones. Your goal will be to do it as fast as you can. We will be giving you transaction names and asking you to report transaction codes. So let's say we first ask you to find the display quotation transaction. You can locate the transaction by using the search box in the top left corner. In the search box, you can specify the complete or partial name of the transaction, and the Dynamic Task Map will highlight the first node it finds that matches that phrase. So if I'm looking for display quotation, okay, I simply type it in and press enter, and the DTM finds and shows me the display quotation transaction along with its related ones. Sometimes the transactions get kind of too crowded and hard to see, but you can always kind of drag them apart if you want to see things better. Notice that the intensity of the coloring of the related transaction indicates the more likely to follow transactions in a more deep shade of red. So create sales order is the most likely to follow display quotation. Since we will be asking you to enter transaction codes, please note that you can see the code by either hovering over a transaction. So for example, for create sales order, the transaction code is ZE45, and I can see it by simply pointing the mouse, but without clicking on create sales order. The selected transaction is displayed in the top left corner with its transaction code. So ZE67 is the code for display quotation. And again, I can see it by simply hovering over the node. DTM has other features. It is scrollable. Okay. If you at any point lose the search box, just remember to scroll the interface to see the top left corner. It is also zoomable. You can use the mouse wheel to zoom to see things in larger or smaller fonts. If at any point the picture is just kind of too difficult to handle, you can simply reload the entire interface by pressing on F5. That brings the Dynamic Task Map to its original form. This concludes our demonstration of the Dynamic Task Map. Please close this and return to the survey. Thank you.